Snail decides the easiest way to do it is become the most sexually active snail in the world, so that way his DNA goes into millions of snail babies all around the world, so they're always watching you. So,
You are now listening to After the Encore with special guest Josiah Garcia from Almond Blossom. Today's topic, could you live your whole life running from a snail just for some money? Say hello, Nick.
you guys done?
You're very conflicted answers.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the After the Encore, and we are After the Encore. We're doing another podcast here today with Josiah from Almond Blossom and
like 5 other things.
oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Just like many of us here.
You especially, well actually Biggs especially. You have four.
Fuck you.
It's Biggs and I.
Either way, we're here to talk about just music and stuff and just have some fun again and just, be together and do something other than staying home and sleeping like we should be. So,
No dream specialist tonight.
No dream specialist tonight, sadly, but we'll do our best
I'll get her on the next one.
to recreate the
Our
effect of
spiritual
Mariah
leader.
being here.
We'll just call her in.
Anyways, I'm Nick, and we got...
Emily.
Yeah, Austin.
Jeff. Introduce yourself.
Jack Ryan.
My name's Dixie Normus.
He is now Ditsy. He is now and forever Ditsy.
I will now address him as Dixie. And we got Josiah from Almond Blossom. So, Josiah, what's going on with Almond Blossom right now? Anything?
Yeah, we finally just got back off of hiatus after like 8 months or so.
Was it like a specific for anything? Like just for writing? Was it because of people or like what?
I was gone doing construction and traveling and around working for
Oh,
a
shit.
couple
Make
months.
money.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then we needed a few months when I got back for rehearsal time, and that's kind of why it totaled up to that much.
I heard, am I right when somebody told me you lost a drummer or something like that?
Yeah, so we have a new drummer, and we actually have a new bassist as well, and we also don't have one of our guitarists.
Jesus.
So we're a 4-piece
Oh, shit.
instead of a 5-piece with 2 new members.
You need a
So-
guitarist?
Yeah, I'm playing guitar again. That's what's going on. So
That's always such a big change. Members are...
yeah, it's definitely a really big change. It's a kind of a, it's bittersweet in ways, but
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the truth. And it's a big step for sure.
yeah, totally.
It's almost like a different band. Like, well, the dynamic changes, that's all.
Yeah.
But you guys were used to it first, all these changes. We went through so many members, so I mean, like,
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
we've had our share.
We went from 10 to 3 to 10.
We climbed our way back.
I've done sound for you guys a couple times, and it's like ranged from miking 2 acoustic guitars to doing like full horns.
Yeah.
And,
1 trumpet to 2 trombones one day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now they have 3 trumpets? Why?
Oh, we have 3 trumpets and 1 trombone. And a keyboardist.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
happened.
We just got a keyboardist. He hasn't played with us yet, but
They have us soon.
soon.
That's awesome.
Friday.
Soon.
That's cool.
Friday? We're having a play Friday?
Did
Well,
you
no,
not
he's
tell
gonna-
anyone
he's
about
No,
that?
he's already playing.
No,
he's
no.
already playing that.
No, he's playing that show. He's just watching that show, actually. He's not playing Friday. He actually is going to play the next show, I think. But regardless, we're going to tell him that he's still not ready.
Oh, yeah.
He's not ready.
His,
Granted, he's really good.
If he
his
really
other
wants to
band
do
is
it.
playing that same show.
I mean, if he really wants to do it, like, shows like that would
What
be
is
fine.
it?
Shows like that
Oda?
would be
Settle.
fine. Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he has the actual other band that he plays keys for. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited
That's
to
funny.
hear that. I don't know what they are. Are they ska or whatever?
I can't remember.
We'll find out Friday.
They're
He told me
Scottish.
something.
Are they ska?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember. Is he on keys or is he guitarist?
I thought he was on keys,
I have
but could
no
be
idea.
wrong.
Well, he was supposed to try out to be our guitarist when Tony wasn't in the band. And then he was like, dude, I like keys more. And we were like, what? You like keys?
Well, he has a good ass fucking sound keyboard. And they got that rolling amp. And
He also has a 2003 Tobacco Burst Les Paul Studio.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Tobacco Burst. Now that's a band name.
That's a good band.
We've been compiling list of band names.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've been
For
doing
the
that
scene
for
as
a
well
long,
for us.
for quite some time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
with
read them
Bill-
off to you?
I feel like you
Do you
could
have
do
any,
something
like-
with Shanghai
Yeah,
Do you
Skylarks.
have any like super heavy or super funny ones that you
Yeah,
want
I
to drop
have
on
one.
us?
This one is probably my favorite. I'll just
Yes. No,
Okay.
we have our list right here. Austin's
Wait, okay,
pulling it
so
up
we
right
have
now.
this thing
Wait,
that
hang on.
says-
Let him do his first though.
let me find
Well, I
it.
wanted to describe what we're doing.
Oh, you mean for Trillchasm?
Yeah.
But also, we do want to not just do Trillchasm. We also want to give band names out to the scene.
That's
Like,
true, yeah.
make a list and put it out there. Be like, use this.
What do you
Open
got?
source.
So okay, I got a couple.
Yes.
So there's nipple clamps.
Oh, that's
Oh my
It's not bad.
That's
I
pretty
can't
good.
believe you haven't thought
that'd
of
be
that.
like
Yeah.
that'd be like a good punk
Yeah.
band. I feel
That's and then there's this is like a sad boy artist, like maybe like a lo-fi like beats to study for.
yeah.
Pancakes at midnight.
Oh shit.
It's
Yeah.
It's good for that.
No, I'm
And
digging
then
that.
this
I'm
is
digging
one that I'm actually thinking about doing. So for
that.
my
Pancakes
own.
at midnight? No way.
No, this is a different one. So
Oh.
this is my intro for this next this next title, which is it would be Porn Destroyer, and then the whole band would be Porn Destroyer and the Blisters.
Oh, yeah, no, we talked about that with Billy.
Yeah, with
I like
Billy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but it would be kind of like a folk, like kind of chill band
Dope.
called Porn Destroyer.
That's
or
rad.
yeah, because originally it was a like kind of a funny twist on a Christian rock band, like Porn Destroyer, like a Christian metal band. But
I love that.
but
so much.
I kind of started really liking the name, and I was just like, yeah,
And the Blisters.
yeah, and then the Blisters just for some more grime.
Yeah, there's a band name like that we were coming up with that I was that I actually was like, man, I could take this seriously. And I'm thinking about it. Like I'm really thinking about it. It was Gaslamp Cashfire.
That's good.
It just hits me. I don't know. I love it.
Automatically, that's
It makes everybody say what? And like that's what I like. It just brings a question to your mind. Gaslamp Cashfire. And also, it was supposed to be like a takeoff Streetlight Manifesto when I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Like the first thing I thought of.
Was like, yeah, Streetlight
straight
Manifesto.
like gas.
We're like if Streetlight had an autistic nephew.
Oh, that's my nephew, Gaslamp.
Y'all don't know Gaslamp?
Y'all don't know. You don't want to know, guys.
We don't talk about those.
I still don't know what cash fire is. Like, is this the fire of cash?
No,
Gas
like a
Festo.
yeah, flame on flame. on fire.
Gasafesto.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, dog.
Yes, that's
Read off some of
Okay.
our band names.
So
Also.
this is under Trillchasm Collective, okay?
Trillchasm Collective or Trillchasm Records.
Reproductive Child Liquid.
That's pretty good.
Synth Dick.
That's good. That's like a heavy, like a doom synth band. That would
Yeah.
be hard.
Yeah.
And then Chug Smoke, which we already got a song for.
Chuck
He's
Smoke is
a
like
rapper that raps about weed. And then Dixie and the Cups, which is a guy who has Dixie Cups as bandmates.
Dixie and the Cups might be one of the best ideas I've heard in a very long
Thank
time.
you.
And he
That's
came
a
up
really
with
good
it.
name.
What about
just said
Pepper
it.
and the Mints?
That's pretty good, but Dixie and the Cups, like that's bomb. I would go
I
out of
appreciate
town to
that.
watch Dixie and the Cups books before listening to it.
If I saw that on a flyer, I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we got Slurp Boob.
It's like a punk band name.
They got a show coming up with nipple clamps pretty soon.
Goes hand in hand. Then we got Limits on Checkpoint, which is just gonna be like alternative email.
Stupid emo band.
Yeah.
Limits on checkpoint.
And then we got Slump on the Flagpole.
Slum Boy and the
No,
Flagpole.
Slump
No,
on-
Slump on the Flagpole.
That's pretty good.
I see.
gotta
I
be-
like the taste of it.
We thought it'd be like Power Pop.
Yeah, totally. I would say most definitely.
Wait, what the fuck is Power Pop?
You're gonna find out this summer.
And they're gonna, and then Uncircumcised Homicide.
Just like a grindcore
Grind-
band.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And then Caboose Troop, which I don't know.
Caboose Troop is a disco band.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
my
Hey,
God,
Caboose.
bro.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
It's a disco band.
All right, write that down.
Yeah, I'm
Caboose
gonna
Troop.
put that next.
Pull that up,
to it.
Jamie.
Yeah, I like how we have like lists on our phones. Like, I'm glad that's
Dude, I
how,
have so
how
many.
nifty is the little
Oh,
thing in our
the
pocket.
notepad is also a computer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so awesome.
The one that you have to agree to any of your ideas they can take before.
Yeah.
Because they do keep the storage. Meaning, like, eventually, if you get famous, they're going to look at all our notes and be all like, this is a song I can take, and then we don't have that anymore. Then we're
They'd be like, yo, look at this bunk ass song.
Right?
Over and over. This poem we wrote at 3 in the morning.
Our FBI guy's like, hey, Jim, check this stupid ass poem out. Tell us some more else.
We got garage fart,
Garage fart.
and then we got
It's like-
dog.
Garage farts like hand in hand with like butthole surfers.
Yeah, kind of. We
Yeah,
were
a little
thinking.
bit.
We were thinking along lines too of what's it called? What was that movie?
What?
The movie where
We're comparing it to a
the
movie?
band movie with what's his name? The white guy.
School of Rock?
No,
The one with Tom.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
no, not that
The
one.
one with Tom Cruise?
No, no, the one Michael Cera. The
Oh god.
Oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim. No,
Scott
no,
Pilgrim, yeah.
that's not the one.
Oh,
Yeah,
haven't
I'm pretty
even
sure that was
seen
the one.
No, it was Femboy Gangbang.
I haven't seen
Okay. Oh,
anything.
no, that was Femboy Gangbang. Actually, never mind. But yeah,
That's some cultural shit that like we need to see.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen most movies.
really?
Most movies I have not seen. I'm
Yo,
so.
you're just like fucking me, dude.
I'm so.
He's actually.
Yeah, but I'm not mad at
We've,
you for it
we've
for some
talked
reason.
about
What
this.
the
I'm so
Well, we
unversed.
showed him a lot too. We
He's,
showed him
they
a lot
showed,
of movies.
but there's
What?
so many.
Hit me
more
with an
movies.
iconic movie that you think I should have to see. I'll give you.
Have you seen Tombstone?
No.
Clerks.
Me neither.
I've never seen.
Clerks.
I've never seen Tombstone.
Well, there you go. That's two.
I've actually never
Pulp
watched
Fiction?
Clerks all the way through either.
I've seen Pulp Fiction
Oh.
many times.
Me
Reservoir
too.
Dogs.
Same.
I've never watched.
You haven't
seen
seen Reservoir
Reservoir
Dogs?
You haven't seen Pulp
I
Fiction?
haven't seen Pulp Fiction.
Wait, what?
Wow.
What?
Do you know how disappointed
Yeah.
Corey's gonna be in you?
I told him that.
Hey.
He already hated me for it.
We're doing that Monday.
no.
Instead of
You gotta watch
Play
it. It's
it?
good.
I guess
I
you're
think we
right.
have
Instead
it.
of going to
on
see
Blu-ray.
the gorillas thing, we got.
Oh shit! I forgot. I wish we could. I can't even make it anyways, but still.
Well, it's because it's stupid and they're playing only at one time.
So sad. I want to go see that.
We can watch that instead.
I guess.
Pulp Fiction.
Maybe.
That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, there's never not a good time to like watch it.
We'll try it out. I'll try it out.
I've seen some movies. I shouldn't say no movies, but most ones that people are like,
What about Titanic?
yeah, but that like kind of traumatized me as a
Really?
child. Yeah, I actually.
I mean, Titanic did have some pretty.
well, no,
rough
yeah,
stuff.
well, when all the water came rushing in, like, oh my
It's
god,
kind of brutal.
it's well, I
When the mom puts her kids to sleep and like the water's like creeping in as she's like putting them to bed so they
That's
don't
so
drown
sad.
in
So,
like fear. Yeah.
when I was even younger than when I watched the Titanic, I watched a movie called The White Squall, and it like literally terrified me. It's actually like a nice like coming of age story, but basically a ship sinks and some people drown, and it freaked me out because I was like, whoa.
That reminds me. Actually, I had a similar experience with a Ghost Ship. I don't know if you guys have seen Ghost Ship.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Ship I watched like way too young. I mean, to be honest, like it was like the first one I saw, and after that, like nothing affected me. Like I was watching like Two Guys One Hammer next week, but
Can we not talk about that?
sorry.
That's the one thing that traumatized me. He was there.
Actually, I want to watch Ghost Ship again.
But yeah, Ghost Ship was the one where literally like so there's this party on the top deck. Everybody's on the top deck dancing, yada yada, having a great time. The little girl's the only little girl there. She's just like, hey, what's up, tall people? And then all of a sudden you just hear like clink, and then one of like the metal things keeping like the ship together cuts everybody in
Yo,
half
is that what
for a
that's from?
second,
That's
and then
fucking
Ghost Ship.
terrifying.
And then
dude.
literally you see everybody just stall. The little girl's just looking up, and then all of a sudden.
I think about that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like random shit too, man.
Yeah, that one got me like so scared of like any strings. That's why I like stayed away from my guitar for like ever.
You want to
because
hear
of that.
something weird? Somebody just told me about this like multiple times. I've
What?
heard in the past 2 weeks about this exact movie.
No way.
But
It's a sign.
yeah, they've told me this. This is the third time now, and up until 2 weeks ago, I had never heard of it. This is the first time I heard.
It's
the
not
title.
even like
It's
a
an old
really.
movie.
It's not even like a really popular movie.
Yeah.
It just has an iconic
Yeah.
horror scene. That's all. Like it has a super iconic.
I don't
horror
like
scene.
calling things from 2002 old.
Well, they're already on the old '90s rock.
The day I heard Green Day on 96.7 was a sad day. And I was only like 21.
Playing all your old hits.
Well,
You're
they've been
like,
playing Green Day on 96.7
Wait.
for a while.
What
I
did you
was
think
21.
of when you were on a
No, when they
cruise?
came out.
When you went
Like
on a
with
cruise?
Boulevard.
When I was young, the first one I did have like fears of being on the top deck because of it. But I was on a cruise and I was mostly just in the room ordering room service constantly because it was free. So yeah,
I went on a cruise once. It was pretty cool.
bro,
I want to go to Jamaica next.
bro, cruises.
But not Fest Cruise.
I know,
Dude, there's
but we
a
can't
fucking-
get to fucking Brazil.
And I couldn't do not Fest cruise because it's only
I mean, we
next
can.
year.
I have a passport.
And
Let's go.
we're already gonna be doing a tour and I'm going on vacation. I can't do it.
I mean, it's just probably gonna be expensive anyways.
Well, it's gonna be expensive. So.
Usually, because I know like the other metal one is like really expensive. They actually have more.
I didn't even know there
fees.
was like music tours. Like now
Yeah.
this is blowing my mind. I have no idea.
Yeah, like-
I don't know how you
Tour.
didn't know that.
I never heard about that. I
They have,
just,
they have Megadeth cruise, dude?
yeah, see, that's so crazy to me.
They have a
Wait.
classic rock cruise that goes twice a year.
Wait, what?
Yeah, see,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
There's band cruises, man.
The
Music.
Slipknot cruise just
Like, you want to see
announced.
Great White for 3 days and
They burn the
Slipknot
venue down,
cruise.
They
Yeah.
did not-
So
yeah.
you'll be on the same ship with Slipknot, and they will be playing
For
for
3
you
Every night.
along with like
By
Taylor
themselves.
Swift.
every night. Yeah.
Wow, what the heck? That's crazy. Is it just crazy expensive?
Yes.
And yeah,
Oh,
usually
yeah,
they charge
Dragon
more.
Force has done this as well.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Those poor people.
Insane. You know?
I think I need to see Slipknot with both of you though. I need to see.
I still-
it
I
at
still
one
have-
point.
I haven't seen
It's
Slipknot.
been
They're
too
one of my
long since
favorite
I've seen Slipknot.
I just saw them this.
It's been way too long.
Streetlight's been holding me over though. Every time I see him, it's just like I don't need to see anybody else.
I know, right?
It's just like you watch a Streetlight show and you're just like, man, fuck. Like, dude, there's nobody's gonna top that. Especially the orchestra. They haven't topped themselves from that orchestra. That shit was.
Fuck you.
Oh my god, mind fucking blown.
You went to saw basically Botar.
Which was pretty much Streetlight, do covers of their own songs with a full 50 or 60 piece orchestra.
Didn't tell a single soul. Wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna go to this thing in a few weeks.
It was an
Maybe you can buy
anniversary thing.
tickets.
It was like a lady thing. I didn't want to, you know.
I would have left you alone.
No, that's not that. If you were there, I would have wanted to talk to you. That's the problem.
Nah, I'll be 4 seats away.
See, that would have pissed me off. I would have been like scolding at you the
Just
whole
like
time.
staring at you like.
Yeah, like, you asshole.
What is this?
This is the Mega Cruise.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, really?
So that, yeah.
Check that out.
So like they perform next to a pool and shit, and fucking
Interesting.
people are just fucking swimming and shit, and fucking
Moshing in the water.
Yeah, they mosh.
Yeah, dude.
You ever moshed in a pool?
Bro,
Uh,
I feel like this is the one cruise that like somebody would jump off the balcony.
Yeah, get
Or be
there now.
thrown off the balcony. Like some drunk motherfucking Megadeth fan's gonna piss off another
You
drunk
think-
motherfucking Megadeth
You think
fan.
this would? I'm afraid for Slipknot.
Someone's
dude.
going
I
overboard.
want-
Well, Slipknot a little bit too. I feel like Slipknot though they have a more diverse crowd because of their style though.
Yeah, but they're fucking wild.
I feel like all hope is gone picked
I'm
up
with
like
Biggs.
all hope is gone got fucking like a lot of like the more softer people into it because he used a lot of soft vocals and like a lot of the.
What do you think about the newest?
Because I know a lot of people who don't even listen to metal, but they listen to Slipknot. Like they don't. They like I hate metal, but like I like Slipknot.
Yeah, but I don't like those beats.
Huh?
Yeah. They're the ones that buy the Nirvana shirts at Forever 21.
They're the ones who like Nirvana. You, dude. Gag me.
No,
with
they
it.
don't know Nirvana. They just buy shirts at Forever 21.
You shut the fuck
I know.
up.
I'm
Nick,
sorry. I'm
Nick,
sorry.
Dude,
I like
Josiah's like really
I like
big.
Nick. I know.
Josiah
I
like
know.
really like.
I say it in front of Bean
Nirvana,
too.
though.
Bean
That's
loves
not
Nirvana.
true.
He's a really big fan of Nirvana, dude.
That's not
Are you really?
No, that's do I hate Nirvana? No, I don't. But
I don't hate him either. I actually
But-
like Kurt Cobain.
do I think do I think that the first album was good? Bleach? Yeah, I liked that one. After that, it was just like nothing really that really grabbed me, you know.
I have a
So
quick
many
question.
songs I
How
want to
did-
show you.
Josiah, do you like My Chemical Romance? What's your views?
To be honest, like, I listen to a little bit of, like, pop punk and, that kind of stuff a little bit, but I never got super into the genre. I'm, like, one of the only people. So,
You should listen to their second album.
I've heard albums from them,
I
but,
love
like,
it.
it's not like I've never gotten into them. My
I
best
feel it.
friend, it's his favorite band, and then he puts it on all the time kind of thing. But, yeah, I was never really into the genre, which I know is super disappointing that
that's how I feel about Green Day and Blink-182 because like I've
What?
never in my life have I enjoyed listening to Green Day or Blink-182. I've never enjoyed it. But it's not that I hate it. It's not that I hate it. I like just sometimes like I can listen.
Blink-182 is too trivial for me.
Trivial? What do you mean
Oh,
trivial?
fuck you.
Are you just throwing out words off? You're just making mashed potatoes with your words.
Like, oh,
No, he's saying he's better than Blink-182.
Did you see the Hard Times article that I fucking reposted today?
I think so.
Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Travis Barker's... If somebody told me they didn't like Blink-182 just because Travis Barker, like, I would understand.
Thank you.
Same thing with Metallica and Lars Ulrich. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Lars is a dick.
That's more understandable.
Yeah, no, that's really understandable.
Why no Travis Barker?
Just kind of like...
He just...
Would you talk to Travis Barker?
I watched a
would.
3.5 hour podcast with Travis Barker.
Well, he kind of like
Travis Barker.
Travis Barker was a dick to the Aquabats. The Aquabats are the nicest, most fun-loving Mormon people you'll ever meet.
He just named the issue.
Actually, I think only the two of them are Mormon, but still, they're Mormon.
That makes all of them.
The singer's Mormon, they're Mormon.
Yeah.
You support Mormonism. Drummer's like, what?
But I'm an atheist. Mormon.
No, he's a little Satanist. He's like, no, you're Mormon.
Mormon. Fucking... Yeah, dude. I don't know. The thing with Travis Barker that I have is that it's... I don't know. I think it's just the way that the media presents him because I don't think he does it personally. It's like, oh wow, look at Travis Barker. Like my fucking aunt went to school with him, and I asked her like, "Hey, who do you think the best drummer in the world is?" She's like, "Travis Barker." I'm like, "No, no."
For the last time, no.
It's fucking me.
Who would you say is the best drummer in the world? Do you have an opinion?
I don't. That's undecided because there's so many good ones.
Okay.
You know, I don't have a single one.
Okay.
Now there's some that I could go to like different areas, be like, yeah, that guy would be the best for that, or that guy would do fucking killer on that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
I agree.
But when it comes down to one, that's like hella biased, which I don't have.
Yeah.
You know, because I know everybody's good for something, and they're the best at something. You know.
Austin.
I think it's Gabe.
Hey, editor, can you put in really uplifting music right here to vibe to study with?
Play Tom Minchie.
Tom Mitchie, who's
Yeah,
that?
it's fucking great. Look it up.
No, I guess I'm listening to it right now as the editor puts it in, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I like that. That's really good, actually. I'm kind of feeling it, dude. Alright, wise choice. Alright, Ed. Okay. Back to business.
How did he fucking... Did anybody
Don't
else...
play God, Austin. It's dangerous.
Get out of my head. Oh, man.
Fucking...
You hear the voice of God and you don't have any headphones on?
You hear the voice of God, it's Austin Malik.
Oh, yes. I hope not.
No way.
Darth Malik.
I go get the mics.
Can you grab me one
Okay.
too?
Yes, I can.
Can you grab me two?
No.
Absolutely
I
not.
think it's
I'll grab you. I mean, what?
There should be one in the drawer.
Where? In the drawer.
Oh, man. So, Josiah, I got a question.
Yeah.
When did you start doing music?
I started playing guitar when I was maybe 12, but I didn't start doing music till I was 15 or 16. Yeah. Like late 15, early 16, I started actually writing and stuff.
When did we first meet and like start like acknowledging each other's existences?
I have no idea. To be completely honest with you,
Because like
sometime in the past 3.5 years.
yeah, somewhere around there. Because I've been doing shit with the store for almost 30 years.
I met you when I met Daniel.
That's true. Yeah, I
So
remember.
that means that it was in October of 2016.
Damn.
Yeah, because that's right before Almond Blossom started, and that means that I had to meet Daniel.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that because he was saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna, audition for bass for like this one band, like from a music store and shit." And like,
Yeah, he
oh,
thought we
that's fucking
sucked. He was so upfront
Daniel?
about it. Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said you suck.
I guess just see
Like,
Daniel
later
standing there
on.
like straight faced, like, yeah, you guys just aren't that good.
I
He
don't
just
see.
told,
I can't
no,
see
he
that.
told me way later. He just like, yeah, I was like, this kid can't sing, and like, we can't keep time, and
Dude, TOA got a lot of that in the beginning.
Hey,
He fucking got way
yeah.
too much of it.
But then at the same token, like Daniel was on there, and he's just like, just like shredding on the bass, and then I don't know, it was a mess, but it was fun.
Is Daniel still in the band?
As of this past Super Saturday, no, he was that was his last show.
Yeah,
shit,
that's
okay.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's
he-
why they're getting new bases.
Yeah, he left because he's just kind of, he's not even really leaving. He's probably still gonna play a couple shows with us here and there, if we need him. But
I know he's just
He's
busy.
been hustling a lot.
Yeah,
Just a busy person.
yeah, he's been practicing or he's getting really deep into his like violin studies and classical studies and
And
stuff.
he's still doing. He went back to school.
Yeah,
He's doing church choir too.
And
Or
he's-
church what?
yeah.
Church worship.
and he's
Worship.
studying
Is he
under
a
like
piano-
some amazing
Piano player.
violin
Oh,
player.
Was it violin?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm all
Yeah.
like, hey, good for you, man. He just said he's like, I can't really fully commit, and I feel like you guys need somebody committed. Who needs to commit? So I was
Oh,
like, I
that's
appreciate
nice.
that.
That's nice.
So yeah, we got my good buddy Noah.
Oh,
Estrella.
Noah, no way.
Noah Estrella,
I
yeah.
love Noah. I did that. That bass clef on his thing. I did that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just at his house before here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in a band with him now.
You
Actually,
gave
every
him a
one of
tattoo?
my projects
Yeah,
he's
I
in.
Well, you must have been to us about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't even that. I was talking to Noah for some reason. I think I just met him on Facebook, actually.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy.
He's a really good guy. I like
Noah
him
has
a
a
lot.
bass clef on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I tattooed it there.
I've never seen his shoulder, I don't think.
He's never shouldered us to shoulders.
Yeah.
That
he's-
animal.
He's ashamed of your artwork.
He's pretty
Yeah, I
conservative.
mean, it would make sense.
No, he's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat.
Yeah,
Maybe a
he's
tattoo.
I know.
he's involved in every one of the projects I'm involved in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Same with Biggs. Oh, same with us. Wait,
Yeah.
I only have one brother.
What?
So I guess you're right.
I have,
I'm
like,
doing my
4
ukulele
right now.
project. Never mind.
I mean, I am a part of it.
I guess you are. Yeah, so.
We just all have intertwined projects with
Yeah.
all our friends.
I'm finally in a project with Austin for the first time.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah,
We've been like just around each other, and now we're actually playing with each other.
it's cool. You impressed me, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you
That
playing
sounds
drums?
fun.
I'm playing drums, he's playing bass. Is that the video that I posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, you impressed me. I was like, whoa, Austin's really good. Well, I already knew you were really good, but like, I was like, dang, you just like nailed it. You're solid. That's cool.
That's what she said.
You nailed me, and you were solid.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
how sweet.
So
Thank you
nice.
so much.
Now,
You're
Ryan,
welcome.
have you or have you not ever been in a hardcore gang?
Oh my god.
Quick
hardcore
question. I'm
gangs.
sorry.
Can't talk about this.
Can you bite you?
Fight Club? It's Fight Club.
Ryan,
First rule.
No.
Ryan, please, come on, man. Were you?
Please, Ryan.
It's not
Are
a
you?
yes.
Really?
Could you please address him as Ghost?
It's been forever.
It has been a long time,
How,
actually.
how long ago?
Like 2 weeks.
No way.
You're not part of the Valkyries.
God damn it, why'd you say that?
No. Just kidding. Is this all canon?
I hang out with scary people.
With what? With scary people.
With scary people.
Okay.
really fun time.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was gonna say something about some people we know who do the same thing, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh man! But actually, I was just so you know, I was asking for like actual like the hardcore kid gangs.
No, we used to beat them up at the shows.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Thank you. Then you were.
Yeah, he was a part of the hardcore scene, but you didn't like hardcore kids.
No, that's good. That's good.
No, we were
Same with my buddy Tommy.
Their names were Heavy Hands, and they would basically like go after your chick, try to punch or
Oh,
kick
yeah,
your chick
yeah,
in the
yeah.
crowd. So
That's the
lure you
people I
into
was
a
telling you
fight and then
about
jump
the
you.
church in
The-
Calamasa.
What the
Those are
heck?
also the type of people that got Sharky shut down when I was there the day for the show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah, we used to
on
play
there's
there.
this whole fucking thing in
That
hardcore
didn't last
music.
long.
There's
Did not
hardcore
last long.
gangs
I wonder if
of
you were
hardcore
there.
kids, dude.
He might have
They
been
just
there.
fucking
He might have
punch
been
for no
there.
reason. They're like
I don't know.
assholes.
So much I was
What? I had no idea.
A band decided it was a good idea because they saw the mixed pit. They thought it was a great idea to be like, Moshers over here, hardcore kids over here in that fucking bowl. And then there was 7 of us staring at like 30 hardcore kids.
They're just fighting.
Fucking wild,
Dude, we
yeah.
went so fucking crazy. It was,
bad,
my
yeah.
buddy Jose was so scared. Oh my god. It was like literally, it was fucking hell on earth. It was
It's
crazy.
like your
The
friends
cops
and
were
that is
called
fun.
and shit.
Cops were called. They crip stopped my friend. There was like big fights. They had to stop the show. People were like, multiple fights were breaking out and stuff like that.
Like
Yeah,
people
ninjas
heads got
everywhere.
stomped on.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
The heck? That's fun.
That's what got Sharky shut down. Yeah.
So, how high are your kicks?
Huh?
How high are your
Hard.
kicks? Your spin kicks.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
spin kicks.
As high as they need to go.
Brian hit me with a flying triangle once.
Oh shit. I was gonna say you guys
What's
didn't
a
see it,
flying
but he actually did a double kick right now.
Flying
It
triangle
was pretty quick.
is whenever you jump at someone and you get them into a triangle in the air.
Ah,
Yeah, like
What
You literally like
fuck?
fold them like
triangle,
laundry.
like triangle shape.
dude, what the fuck?
One time he just kneed me in the ear really hard.
Yeah, and then I hit my head, and we were both dazed, and then I attacked him.
Yeah, he got angry.
Yeah, it went dark, and I just
Like stumbling around. Where the fuck's Brandon?
What kind of martial art is that?
Jiu-jitsu.
Dope.
The flying triangle.
Okay.
It's
I thought when you asked that, I thought you were talking about like the blacking out and going
yeah.
after someone.
That's actually what I was talking about. He said jujitsu, and I was like, oh, alright.
I was like, oh, that's a
Really good sex move, too.
I watched him do a flying armbar on his brother, and he just slams his brother's head
Do you
into a
know how-
sprinkler.
Do you know how to do any of those moves on the ground as well, or is it
Yeah,
all in the
yeah,
air?
that's the easy one.
Is this time for air base?
I can only
He's
get
a long-
it if I'm flying.
He's a long distance grappler.
It must be nice. I'm a water type. I could never do geo combat.
Do you fight jujitsu?
I used to,
Oh, okay.
a long time ago.
Same.
I always wanted to do that.
He
Instead,
just-
me and my friends got a fight club going.
Did that at school once. We found an abandoned room.
No way.
Yeah.
No
It
way.
lasted a couple days.
Dude, that's cool though. I mean, that's still a good memory.
Parkour off the walls and shit.
Fuck yeah.
throw
That's
flying
hella sick,
triangles.
dude.
I would just love to see the teacher who walks and just, what the, they're like all these teenagers in like sweatpants, like just like working out, doing parkour, fighting each other.
Ryan told me a
Have
story
full
once.
monk studies.
Ryan told me a story once. He was at school, and it was the day where like people dress up for Halloween, and this couple dressed up as a banana and a gorilla, and they were chasing each other around school.
Oh no.
It really happened.
Cute. That was cute.
And I think they both got suspended.
Really?
I don't know.
For
They got in
that?
trouble for something.
For that?
Yeah.
Probably not
Oh,
that.
There was a dude who between classes would switch in and out of a Spider-Man costume and dance, and no one knew who he was. he would go into a bathroom and come out Spider-Man, but nobody would know who it was because like so many people going in and out of the bathrooms and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, hey, Spider-Man's back, and he's dancing in front of people, like going like, all over the place, you know.
What was
That
this?
sounds like a kid who took
Was
advantage.
he a student?
I know he could have just not been a student. He could have been just like some crackhead who stumbled on grounds with a Spider-Man suit.
He
Yeah,
had
man.
the same shit, but he was Michael Jackson.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
Like the fucking glove, the red suit, and everything.
No way. On campus?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What
it
the hell
on
did you
campus?
do?
I guess we all have our hometown
here.
heroes.
I feel like it'd be weird if it was off campus.
That would be a little weird.
I'm pretty sure.
Just a
Imagine,
guy.
yeah, just stumbling across Michael Jackson.
He's real popular. at the
Chilling with
fairs.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're doing Thriller. On the
No,
street.
dude. No, dog.
Thriller when he feel that.
A friend of mine and her family all had to learn the choreography to Thriller for a quinceañera.
Oh,
For a
that's a shame.
quince.
And I would drive past their house and there'd be 30 people in the street.
Oh my god.
I bet they still pull it out sometimes.
Right.
possible.
Like,
That was Arlene.
when the song
That
comes
doesn't
on, it's
surprise
like dong, 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 dong. Second it comes on. It's a curse.
Do
now.
hella like flash mobs like that, man. Make
Thriller
money
flash
off
mob.
of it.
Flash mob.
Flash.
Who pays you for a flash mob?
Rockets.
The coordinator's like, okay, guys, I
50
got some
bucks.
treats for you. We're going to Arby's after this.
If somebody paid me with Arby's, I would be absolutely offended.
I would be absolutely fucking happy.
We've been making music this whole time trying to get paid, but all we had to do was start a flash mob.
Yeah, basically.
All we had to do was start a flash mob.
I love the Key and Peele sketch where they do a flash mob and turns to a race war.
Whoa, I haven't seen that one. That sounds great.
Should watch that.
Sounds great. That sounds like a wonderful time.
Yeah, racial violence.
Why does Kids You Know Race War video was pretty fun. Come on, man, race war. Go get your wife. Oh, no, wait, is she Italian?
I taught my younger brother to shout that out randomly at school.
No way.
In the middle of fucking class, and everybody's loud and shit. Race war.
How old is he?
5 years younger.
Oh,
He
Sean.
was like 15.
It was like 3 years ago. Oh, no. I keep thinking he's 18.
We're old now. That was 6 years.
Could you imagine, like, if a race war was, like, a thing nowadays? Like, it was just a switch? Like, everybody was just, like, hating other
I have a lot of decisions to make.
What would happen in this room? Hang on, let's just think about this. This seems like a mixed crowd to me.
Well, Emily's a minority, and then I have a lot of
He
decisions
is
to make.
too.
Yeah.
Native.
Oh, yeah, he is too.
Yeah, you're split between... You're gonna
I
be
have
We gotta
options.
stick together, okay?
We're dead, probably.
That's if either accept you.
True.
Like, if you go to a black trap house wearing that hat, they're gonna be like, boy.
No, if I go to a black trap house, I just take the hat off.
Oh, I
And
guess
just
I guess you're
poof
right.
up the hair. I don't have a pick. Like,
They get the comb.
yeah, I need to, like, comb up my hair. Like, yeah. My
I
black
like that you're
hair.
actually doing it.
You look like a crack dealer.
Yeah. There's times where, like, I look in the mirror without my head and without my hat.
Both of their heads?
Basically. I look in the mirror and just like, I wouldn't trust that person.
Dude, you do that too.
I always think that about myself. I don't know why. Since I grew my hair out.
It's like, I don't like this guy. This guy's rubbing me the wrong way.
I don't like your face every morning.
You should just bleach it out.
Bleach it?
Oh my
Don't bleach it
god.
out.
Bleach?
No.
Just
Do the
boost the
tips.
effect.
That sounds terrible.
Frosted tips.
I'd be fucking scared.
Frosted tips would be fun.
If you did one side red, one side blue, though, I mean. Then I
No,
could-
purple and orange. Remington.
Well, that'd be dope, actually. Purple and orange actually would be dope.
None of you will
That's
ever
what
get
you
that
do.
joke.
Got to be like that bright purple and bright orange. That used to be my old Halo 2 armor. It was all purple and orange.
Purple and orange, you know, just good old purple and
Good old
orange.
purple and orange.
Shout out to you, Jeremy.
Used to.
Shout out to 532 Studios or whatever, the fucking Bungie 364, whatever they were called.
What?
Bungie made a good game. I miss Halo 2.
Do you have any like Harvard horror stories?
Yeah, I have plenty of Harvard
Tell them about
horrors.
the upstairs.
The upstairs. I'd love to hear about the upstairs.
What was the upstairs?
The upstairs.
That's just
What do you
so
want to know
posh.
about the
I don't know,
upstairs?
just
So
say
the
it.
building, let's just start off with
Upstairs,
this.
yeah,
The
building.
building is the oldest commercial building in Hemet.
Oh,
It was built in 1901.
That's
And
before Banning was a city.
Then the second story, it was built before Hemet was a city. And the second story was built in 1927. So it's really old.
Those walls have lead paint?
No.
Wait,
It's been refinished.
the second story that we've been playing on
Yes.
is like 80, 90 years old.
About 90. Because we're about
More
to
than
be
that.
done.
About to be, yeah. Yeah, about 90.
Oh, damn.
So that was
So-
around the time Park
But it's
Hill
all been
was actually
refurbished and stuff like
open,
that.
and they had community pool in Park Hill. So that was around the 1900s also.
That's crazy.
They
Dude.
actually still have it up there, so I'll just gained it off.
But here's what's pretty crazy about this building. It was the Oddfellows Temple. So if you look up anything about Oddfellows, those are like, if you look up like list of most haunted places, Oddfellows temples are always on the list.
Burn the witch.
Every time. And then constantly they find skeletons in Oddfellows temples because there's apparently some kind of ritual that you like had to sit in the room with a live, like a real skeleton to like face death or something. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. So apparently they found one upstairs at the music store.
Wow.
So yeah, we called
This
it.
is an island?
Yeah, there's like
I would've
I've heard
kept that.
footsteps up there a bunch. I've heard pianos.
Yeah.
That's why the
Nick.
Bowie set felt so nice.
Nick,
And
The ghosts like the music equipment.
yeah,
That's
we
dope.
call him
we
Gerald.
need
Little.
to do ghost hunting there.
Oh,
do-
yeah, we
We
actually
need
want to
to
start doing a
fucking
ghost
do
hunting
Oh yeah, well, hit
video
us up.
thing.
Yeah, we call him Gerald. We imagine him as like this little 8-year-old from like the 30s.
Dude, talk to Julio
Dude.
about it. See if he's
Gerald's
down.
We
Let's
gotta
go.
talk to
Spend the
Julio
night
about
there?
it.
My
Alright,
Ricochet
fine, I'll talk to
set's
Julio.
going out
Got
to
to.
Gerald.
Huh?
My Ricochet set's going out
No,
to
yeah.
Gerald.
If you there's like posts on Instagram. There's like little hidden Easter eggs, I think, or
No way.
somebody was commenting about it, like on the music store's page, like they would put like a little hyphen and just put like Ghost Gerald.
What's our first from leader like gone?
I know, right?
Leader.
Basically, I imagine him in like slack shorts and like suspenders and like a bowler hat and a white shirt and a black bow tie, and he's like 8 years old.
Oh, dope. Does he have an accent?
No.
Hello, mister. Hello, mister. I'm just gonna play
He
the
already has
piano.
He's like he's like a little mischief maker,
Oh,
you
how
know.
cool. That's dope.
He's like, but his clothes are dirty, you know. But he's dressed nice,
Yeah.
so it's like he's not like sad dirty. He's just like, oh, mischievous kid dirty.
Do you
know?
guys have? Do you guys have any? Like I have a list. Let me pull out my list. Do you guys
What
have
is?
like people that like customers that come in that you're like, oh, here we fucking go, like you know, like
Oh man.
because like
Well, like I've been in Harvard and seen people walk in and
I've-
just talk.
I mean yeah, I guess yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by that. You know?
Because like I mean like honestly like for me I put like some of the crazy people on here, like let me see. You know,
Wait, from what?
for my work
Oh.
I have people.
I thought you just had a list of people from life.
List of crazy people I have.
Oh no,
encountered.
did it not save?
Oh,
Oh man, I think I was just making the list the other day.
that's a
see if I
sad
think
thing to
I-
lose.
Damn.
Did you put on stock?
Anyways, there's fucking Jack Russell guy who's fucking annoying. There's chick with this puffy dog who will not shut the fuck up. And then there's this crazy lady with 2 fucking bloodhounds that bark, and all she does is like stop, and she yanks them everywhere, and all they're doing is like yelling throughout the store. And she stays for like 2 hours. Like when she's there, she doesn't leave. She walks around the store and just like lets her bloodhound like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, he's just a bad boy, and just like stands there in front of you, letting her dog do everything, like just enabling everything with like this stupid little voice. And
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. There's so many fucking creeps who come to my store.
What store is it?
Petco and Temecula.
Yeah.
Can I play with the snakes?
Oh, yeah. We get some weird.
I mean, you can imagine considering we're in like the center of Hemet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's about all I could say.
They
You
are-
get like such a weird range of people in Hemet. Like you get like the LA hipsters to like the old dudes who are just like playing blues, and
Mhm.
I like those guys.
and then the other kind of old dudes who come in there and are like, give me some guitar wires. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of the, I mean,
I've had
it's
that
just
before.
it's
Like,
just
yeah,
really-
You have the wires for the pickups. So like,
No, my favorite one is this though. There's always like, I wouldn't say there's necessarily like any customers I can think of that are jumping out at me, unless like there was like rude customers or whatever. That's obvious. But
Well, I mean, yeah.
I would say there's like certain things that people do, like the calling. Like we'll get it like, hey, like thank you for calling Harvard Street Music. How can I help you? Yeah, what street are you guys on? The best is I've gotten a call and they were like, I'm outside. How do I get in? And I said, you just walk right on in. Because I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I don't know how. They're like, well, I parked on the side. Do I come through the front? And I'm like, yes, you just come on right through the front door.
Buildings normally have 4 walls. Did you check all of them?
Oh, did you get out of your car yet? Did you get out of your car?
When we played that Bowie show, it took me 4 tries to get inside.
Oh yeah.
That was different because the upstairs venue's new. I'm saying this is just a store. Like, there's only who goes through the back.
That one side right with the one door.
I checked every door except for the door it was at least 3 times.
Oh god.
And like the opening to your store is like pretty welcoming. It's like obviously there's a door.
There's a sign.
There's signs in front.
There's a sign pointing to the door.
Yeah, literally.
To be fair, do you guys have an open sign?
Yes, we do.
Oh, then I mean,
We have an open sign. We have a sign out front that's literally like band instrument rentals, pointing to the door.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
they probably drove past the front of the store, pulled in a parking lot, parked, and then called.
Well, it's better than be safe and sure than like sorry, you know.
No.
And then they would have to.
I disagree at that point. I'm not calling. I'd rather just guess, and if it's not in the front, maybe I'll call. But I mean, I think I would definitely try the front door first.
I just think that would be funny. Just like the first thing that comes out of them, like, hey, I'm outside. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Is this a warning?
Yeah, exactly. I'm outside. I'm like, okay. Like, how do I get in? You just walk right in. Just go for it.
Make an attempt. You'll get close.
Have you used a door?
I get that though, because I did telemarketing before this job, and then this job I was mainly answering calls. And you get those questions, you're just like,
Oh yeah,
really?
they're just stupid questions.
Questions.
You just realize how stupid everybody is.
Yeah, it really is.
Dude, it's so sad with pets too because you realize how many people should not fucking have pets. Also, too, I've had people come into like, have you guys ever been to a dog store? I mean, like a pet store.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like all the food is like kind of generalized in one case: dog food, cat food, yada yada yada. And there's brands everywhere, and every brand has their like whatever. So somebody walks into the door, and they go into the dog food aisle, and then they come all the way back to the register to talk to me, and they're like, "Hey, where's your wet food?" I'm like, wet food? Because every brand has wet food. Like, she just went into the dog food aisle and just came back to ask me where the wet food is. Every brand has wet food, and they're all just separated everywhere back there. I like didn't know what to tell. I was like, in the aisle you were just in. It's stupidest questions.
Yeah. I always get calls and I answer and they're like, are you open? I'm like, yeah, I answered. I'm here.
No, sorry, we're closed.
I don't know. See, that's one time I called a Wingstop, and I like put in a whole order, and then like she's like, "Yeah, we're not open for another 35 minutes."
No, we're a clinic though.
Well,
Yeah, so we're closed. Like there's no one there.
that's
and
true.
We won't answer, but we.
She let you get through the order?
Right?
Yeah, she let me finish the whole order, and I was like,
You're asking
and
questions,
it was like
everything
quiet.
She's answering.
She's like getting quiet. She's like, "Yeah, we're not open for 35 minutes." I'm like, okay. She's like, "Okay, goodbye." I'm just like, what the hell?
I wanted morning wings, you bitch.
I'm on my way talking to you. I've gotten a call that said, "You guys sell music." And I said, I said, in what form? Are you talking like vinyl, CD? Are you talking about gear? He's like, you guys sell music. And I
That
said,
could mean a lot of things.
well, what are you talking about? You mean vinyl, CDs, gear?
Some chicken.
And then he's just all like, music. You don't know what I'm talking about? Music. And I was like, sir, I just asked you what you're talking about.
I listed off
And
the
then he said, thank you. And then hung up. And I was like, I wonder if he's just going to come in and be like, where's y'all music at?
You're just
you
the
just-
I wanna
whole
leave
store,
you
like,
Who has the music?
This is a music store.
I thought you just said yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We have music, yes.
We got a bunch of it. I just wish that I found out what the hell he was talking about. You know, I've had a bunch of I've had people come in and tell me that they're like just got out of a cult. That was pretty crazy.
What?
When I was 16 working there, maybe 15.
Was it somebody that came in and you were just talking
Yes.
to him?
Yeah.
No, he
Was
was
it on the phone?
no, he was inside. Yeah, he wasn't
They
Scientologist.
just
He told me
making-
he moved from like Colorado and he showed me like his cult tattoos he had,
Oh shit.
and he's just like they stabbed me. I was like, dang. And then he was like, also like,
Nice to
and
meet
then
you.
then in the same breath he would take a
I don't
breath
know,
and like
like
he'd be like, anyways, yeah, this Cramps record is a great price, and I'd be like, oh yeah, you like the Cramps?
Sketchiest thing I've ever done was go inside of the Scientology Center.
You went inside?
What?
A couple times.
Which one?
What the fuck?
How, when, and
The one over here.
Oh,
The,
they
the
did
actual,
tours.
the actual, the
Oh, we
actual
played a
castle?
show there.
we played a show
God.
at this.
Well, we played a show at the golf course.
I went to
but
a
we didn't
gala.
go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like in the gate.
There is- it was,
really
uh,
weird.
You were in the main gate.
Well, they have tours.
Damn, that's crazy though.
We played a show for Savion's family. It was
Oh my god.
50 black people. There was one white lady who kept bugging us to record at their studio.
She was trying to get us to come back to the
Their Scientologist studio, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She should
if
do
you
it
guys
for
ever
free.
do that,
She said she
yeah,
would.
do
We
that.
didn't jump
I
on
don't
that.
think she said
Dude,
that.
they were trying to keep.
You guys would have came back.
What the exception she was going
I
to
would've
give?
done it.
She was
I
going
was
to give it
thinking
to us
that's what I
for
was saying
free.
at the time, but
With
then,
the
I mean,
exception that we shout out Scientology in our songs.
And Brandon walks out as a black John Travolta.
Oh god.
I was kidding. She didn't see anything, but she was really pressing on getting us to fucking record with her.
Dude, I would have done that
What,
just
that
for
was
the
at
hell of
the-
it.
That's
Like,
what I
Golf
said.
course?
Yeah.
I
I
think I
would've-
gave them a
I've been
call
there.
too. I actually.
Oh,
called.
really?
They didn't answer.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're all interested? Like, hey.
they're like,
you guys
yeah,
want
we
to-
didn't tell you that. Get lost. We didn't tell you that.
My friends did something one time where we parked in front of the little they have that like watch room thing in front of their building,
the
you know,
gate?
before the entrance, yeah. And we just like parked there and just stared for a while, and then until we got scared, and then just left. Because we know they watch
Yeah,
constantly.
Oh, dude, their security is always watching.
Oh, yeah.
They're like,
Yeah, I pulled up
when
to
you
the
show
wrong-
up, they know who you are, like your full name and everything.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I could swear, I could swear they have a fucking nest up at the top hill.
No,
when
they
they're
do.
going. Yeah, they have a fucking nest.
It's a
up there, dude.
sniper's nest up there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have an
dude.
aerial view of it from
I pulled up one time to the wrong gate when I went to that gala there, and they had like an AR like around their waist, and they're like, "You're at the wrong gate," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Just got cut.
If I go to Hollywood with Gabe, we always go and see Musicians Institute.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, that
it's
place is cool.
Yeah, it's the
That
college
guy
we
did, the
both.
dean himself disrespected me.
Really?
Yeah. His
How?
name is Steve, and he is a dick.
What the fuck?
What did he
shit.
do?
Huh?
What did he do?
So I went when I was like 16. I was homeschooled through high school, and I was graduating early, and I was looking at colleges to go like check out, you know.
You took the tour?
So yeah, I went to the tour, and I went with my buddy Abraham, who was also going to the tour because he was coming out of the military and he had school paid for, so he's like looking for something. And we're going there, and the dean's like, I'm like, I went and I started asking him a question, excited, you know, I'm like about college age, and then he is just all like, oh yeah, well when you like get a little older and become a real musician, then you can come back and like check us out maybe, and then like maybe we'll accept you.
Oh my god.
And then like, and then as I was responding, like in the middle of my sentence, he just like walked away. And I was like, Steve Young, you're a dick. I don't know if his last name is
I met
Young,
him.
but Steve Nash, maybe. I
Not
don't-
Steve Nash.
Not Steve Nash. He had some kind of name.
You
Like
said it
that.
was the dean of the mine?
Yeah, he said he's the dean.
Let me see.
Yeah, he was a huge dick face.
A big Dean.
Yeah,
Big old Dean.
but yeah, I mean,
But every time me and Gabe go to Hollywood, we go by MI because we both wanted to go there for so long.
It's pretty cool there, though.
It's pretty fucking
You
cool.
don't doubt it.
I also
Dean's got a
took the
cool
tour, and it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But
They have a library where you can go, like, rent instruments.
Oh, really?
But, like, nice instruments.
Bro.
And it's not even, like, paid rental. It's like checking out a book.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
I chose Ricochet over that college.
Why you?
I know you did.
But every time we go there, the Scientology building in Hollywood is connected to MI,
Yeah.
like physically.
Yeah.
So I
Is it
always,
really?
yes,
What?
We
There-
walked
Yeah,
by there
they're
the
like
other
the same
day.
thing.
yeah, it's
What?
the same physical building.
'Cause we
No
went to
fucking way.
Yeah,
what's the music shop?
I
The
actually.
last time I went there was a couple years ago. I did the fucking I helped my old guitarist cousin do a makeup exam. I was for specimen, and like the makeup school and like MI is like right there.
Yeah, it's
So
like in
it's
the
a fucking-
middle of town. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
it's right off Highland.
It's like right across from the metro station.
And they
Yeah.
like to like
So-
walk around outside too, and like just like stare at you.
Well, I lose Gabe for about a half hour at the
Can't believe
table
it's
in
the
front, and he just
Scientology
talks to them,
No shit.
and they fucking keep him there.
Yeah, I actually went over to go check out their luthiership program at the time. So, but I don't know.
Why didn't that go through?
I don't know. I just didn't end up doing it. But it was alright. It was a cool school. But I probably would like it more now that I know a lot about gear and recording and things like
There's a
that.
couple people that I know that have gone to MI, like within like the decade. They said it's trash.
Yeah,
They said
that's
it's
what
like
I've also.
hella fucking bad now.
That's also what I've heard.
I've heard that too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard that it's really overpriced for what you
Which
get.
makes me sad because it was my dream school.
Yeah. It's alright. They just have all the bells and whistles, you know? There's not a lot of that. Or, I mean, there's a lot of that. Like, that's all a dime a dozen. Whoever's got money can have that, you know?
And I need a guitar teacher.
Me fucking too.
The guy at the music store is a genius. He's a Berkeley graduate.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's
Really?
a Berkeley
Yeah, dude.
graduate.
Oh, shit.
Wait,
And
really?
he's probably the coolest
Really?
guy I've ever
Tsunami?
met.
Huh?
Ever.
Soonest.
Actually, I might go
Soonest.
check that out.
Oh, that's
What
how
are,
you-
lessons
Tsunami?
over there? Are they-
I've pronounced it tsunami the last 4 years.
Yo, you
Like,
just called Billy Tsunami.
that's how I've always pronounced it.
Tsunami.
No,
Like
I mean,
forever.
it's a
Billy
cool
Soonest.
thing.
Yeah,
It sounds like
he's a god.
I
Really?
need lessons.
What?
He's amazing. He's amazing. Truly, he's amazing.
I'm not finding like exact info on who the dean is, but I believe you.
I'm still on it. Yeah, no, I'm still on it too. I was really upset with that man.
Because I thought about going there too, you know, and I get emails and like invitations to go to the tour, and I kind of want to, but then I'm like, I'm probably not gonna go.
Let's
after
just show up and
whatever.
fight him.
I'm
On
down.
site.
Down, yo.
Years later.
Although we can't go on campus.
No.
Oh, we can go the back way.
Yeah, we can hit
Off
him
Cherokee
like
Street.
as he's going to his car with like a flying triangle.
Yes.
We bring Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
We all hit him with a flying triangle.
Where's
simultaneously.
At the same time.
We need Ryan to, train
Hexagon.
us for a month.
We
We have
have
a
a,
month to train.
a flying hexagon.
I just
Oh,
disclosed
dude,
that we are
yes.
not going to put out an attack on the dean of Musicians Institute.
I feel like
this
if
is
you
all
s-
just jokes.
Slang, give us a hypothetical. It doesn't work. He's not.
Oh, he's not.
Fine, fine.
He busts through the door.
Actually, Nick, I have a question for you.
Okay.
$1 million,
$1 million.
but there's a snail,
No shit.
and if you touch the snail, you die.
It's his penis.
And the
The
snail
snail's
is,
always chasing you, and you can't do anything to get away from the snail. Just forever, the snail's chasing you.
Yeah, I'll
Let
just
him
shut
finish.
up.
Let him finish.
No, he's got it.
No, I need to hear. I need to
He
hear.
fucking said it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I'll take the
I
money.
see.
No, tell me, what is it? What is it? The snail's chasing you and you can't touch the snail?
You can't touch the snail, but the snail is constantly chasing you.
Oh, in your
And
lifetime?
you get $1 million.
You would lose.
I mean,
Zeus
eventually,
had to
'cause
sleep.
You go to sleep, and the snail's gonna be behind you somewhere. Unless you fly somewhere, you get 2 weeks of good sleep.
Think about it.
Just
If you have $1 million, you can make a safe.
Yeah.
Just fly to Greenland. The snail won't get there.
No, the snail can't die.
Okay, so it's gonna take a while to get there.
It's gonna
Take
take
a
a
wait.
while,
while.
but it's
Now,
constantly chasing you.
Now hang about it.
I would
Now
take
think
that.
about it. The snail decides the easiest way to do it is become the most sexually active snail in the world. So that way his DNA goes into millions of snail babies all around the world. So they're always watching you. So
all around.
within 5 years, you're fucked. You are so fucked.
You turn a corner and there's like 1,500 snails following you.
You're taking a girl out on the
Yeah.
date. She's like, "What was that?" You're like, "Walk." Never mind, run.
Walk kind of fast.
Dang.
And that was Flanders hypothetical. Thank you very
The
much.
salt. Okay, if he can't die, does salt still have an effect on
No.
him? It doesn't hurt him even.
No.
What the
I
hell?
feel like it would kill his offspring though.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. You can kill the snail, but another snail just pops up.
But that would
Salt
be the,
shotgun.
like the same thing.
Is there
There's
like
millions of offspring.
Just with extra
Just at a
steps.
point,
Yeah.
it's just like,
I mean,
What if
yeah.
you just get really sweaty?
so you get really sweaty.
Salt doesn't affect the snail.
If you
Well,
touch,
it
if you
kills the
touch
first one,
the,
but
if
another
you
one
touch
goes.
the snail, you die.
Even your sweat, even if your sweat touches
What if
the
it
skin.
was just a fine barrier?
You die.
Next time.
Hypothetically, we never actually touch anything. We just feel the resistance from the atoms against our atoms.
Yeah. There's always a space between everything.
Who's Adam?
Oh, it's it's Eve's boyfriend. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's it. Nit said that, and I'm done.
Good, you sent me then.
Thank you guys for strip to the sophomore. We're Nick.
We're breaking the habit.
We're slump on the flagpole, and this has
Shanghai
been
Sky Pirates.
Disney XD.
Now we definitely should
Check out our new Disney Christmas song, Me, Myself, and I, coming out in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, actually, the Modern Racket coming out with a new. Well, they're not gonna put it out yet, huh?
We're gonna put out a single in like a month, 2 months, a month.
It's actually really good. The recording's really good, and this is the recording we talked about last podcast, which we won't bring up this podcast because Biggs doesn't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, but regardless,
I wrote a Disney song.
the Modern Racket
You did?
is
A
releasing
Disney
a single,
Christmas song.
and it sounds like a Disney Christmas song apparently, but it's actually really good. I listened to it. It sounds actually pretty.
No, I'm happy with it. It's just I
Did
have
you
to
get
live
the
with that
actual
now.
recording?
Yeah, you're
or
so
is it
mainstream
still-
now.
You don't have a recording.
So
of it?
mainstream.
No,
I
he has
have-
a recording of a recording.
I have a recording of
Phone
someone holding a
recording,
phone
good
while we listen to one of the playbacks.
And, it was still
And even that sounds really fucking
Yeah.
good. So,
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be legit. But does anybody have anything they want to touch on?
Josiah, you were trying to release an album, right?
Yeah, I have one recorded. It's completely done. I just
Jesus.
need, yeah, it's completely masked everything.
No
It's completely
fucking way.
done. Yeah, and I've had it for months. And, I know it's terrible,
I want to
but
listen to.
yeah, I can show you some pieces of it.
Please.
I've been trying to get artwork for, it was supposed to be done on Halloween.
Oh yeah, I
And
told him that
it
you're
didn't
looking
get-
for shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want me to, I'll try. I mean, I'll do my best.
Gotcha. Yeah, it basically didn't work, and then I had like a whole month of me being lenient, like, oh, it's cool, like that sort of thing.
And now it's December.
And then now it's December, and then like my single was supposed to be out last Friday, and it just didn't happen. So now I have like one person designing the art, but like no pressure, and then I'm just like paying somebody to do it otherwise.
This is for Almond Blossom, right?
Yeah, this is for Almond Blossom. And then I have art planned for all my other projects, which is really frustrating because like I can't think of anything that I want for Almond Blossom other than my original design that I worked on with the artist that just never got back to me. So that really sucks. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yeah, for Tortoise Master I got art everything. It's pretty great.
Talk a little bit about Tortoise Master.
Yeah,
What's that?
it's my trip hop band, live jazz hip hop. I play piano in
If you
it.
ever need a vocalist, bro, fucking hit me up. I got fucking so much lyrics I don't use. I got raps I don't use. I've been trying to get somebody to make beats for me so I can.
Yeah, I do like the whole live thing with the whole little live band. We do like all like jazzy kind of trippy hip hop, and it's got all kinds of elements in it. But I have a couple artists right now that I'm working with that I'm really excited to be working with. Labesium being one of them.
Who?
Labesium. He just performed at Super Saturday. That guy's like really
I
talented.
gotta check him out.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'm doing that one, and then I'm in this other one, Photogenic Slug. I just started, or I didn't start. I just joined. My
I
friends.
thought I started.
Yeah, it's my
in my
thing.
project.
No, it's my buddy Noah's that is also an Almond Blossom and in Tortoise Master.
If you touch the slug, do you die?
That's the
There
that's
you
the
go.
thing.
That's
So photogenic, you have to.
It's in every picture because it's always following
Just
you.
look at him.
That's the course.
Yeah, but just kind of working on that. Basically, since I got back from the construction, I've just been going gung ho.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I've been in like 4 different projects, I think, and then like my own solo stuff, and then working with my studio that I'm finally just pretty much there with now.
That's so rad.
Yeah. So I've
That's-
just been busy.
That just gave me a band name, actually. Sorry, I had to write that down.
What was it?
Going Gun Ho. Going Gun Ho.
That's
I like
good.
that.
That's a good name.
About just gun ho.
I mean Gung Ho too, but I like Going Gung Ho.
Yeah.
Something about
Going
it.
gung ho.
Yeah,
It's like that's like
Yeah, it
a.
rolls off the tongue. Going Gung Ho. You know, like I like it.
I think like kind of like an indie folk band. You know, what I'm
Indie
talking-
folk?
like kind of like
Like
Neutral
Silver Sound
Milk.
Pickups?
No, like Neutral Milk Hotel.
Oh, okay.
You know what
That's
I'm
a
talking about?
fucking name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
I don't, but I need to.
Have you heard In the Aeroplane Over the Sea?
Maybe.
You should listen to it. It's a really damn good album. I listened to it and I was like, whoa.
I just want to get high and have you
Bright
show me
eyes.
music.
Yeah, I could show you all kinds.
Same
Okay.
here.
I got a whole collection of it when you come over. I could show you some stuff.
Yo,
I'm mainly
freaking-
actually a hip hop guy more than I am.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I've been listening. I grew up on hip hop.
Same. I love
I grew up on country, so.
Oh really? Yeah, I love hip hop. Like a lot of like the boom bap stuff, a lot of soul hip hop, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm into.
That's
Even
awesome.
a little like the gospel hip hop and stuff, I think is really good.
Nice.
Yeah, there's all kind. And then right now too, there's so many good artists. Like, yeah, I think the best artists of our generations are like gonna be amongst the hip hop artists, and they are already, I believe. But that's just my own personal opinion. People all argue about it. But
No, I feel it.
I was just talking to Austin about that.
About hip hop?
Yeah, specifically Kendrick, because he'd never heard To Pimp a Butterfly, which I told him is my favorite album.
Kendrick Lamar is such a fucking talented lyricist.
Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly I think is like my favorite album, period. If like just spend time dissecting that album, it's crazy. That's amazing. That's a good one.
I've always been a big fan of hip hop.
Yeah.
When you say gospel hip hop, is it that one guy, if it ain't about God, I'm going to shoot, like that one fucking, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not. I don't.
You don't?
No.
I have to show you that video. He's like, he has like this, there's this chick dancing in the background, like twerking or whatever, and he's like talking about how like he'll kill people if it's not about Jesus. It's like a freestyle. This freestyle. And he says a lot of really funny things, but regardless.
I got shooters in the bushes, Jesus in the clouds.
Right, are we writing this down?
Well, it's recorded.
Oh, that's right. I guess not. Editor, you can turn this into a rap song and then place it over this part. Right?
Oh god.
Everybody be quiet for a minute and 30.
Oh gosh.
Minute and 30.
That's a long time.
Hey,
No!
you're making it longer.
Why are you being quiet for him?
Huh? Oh, that's right. You can edit in this part. Sorry.
You
It's
could
all right.
just click pause.
Editor, don't worry about it. We're going to go back to talking editor.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Lots of holy fire.
Austin's came and visited my studio. He's,
Yes.
he's one of the couple people so far.
He showed us a picture of your,
Very
what were they, the monitors.
Oh yeah,
Huge ass fucking gorgeous ass shit's fucking.
yeah, they sound really good. They're really nice. I'm so excited about them.
So good.
Yeah, those things.
I remember when I was laughing at
Yeah, I gave us some shit yesterday because he told me about the monitors.
Why? What
I was
about
like,
it?
so you went into a studio.
His badass studio. He spent all his money, built himself a home studio, and you're gonna tell me to check out the monitors?
The only thing is that
No preamps, no. Oh, we got this microphone. Oh,
The
this
software.
part's soundproof. Nah, bro, you gotta check out these monitors.
monitors. Yeah, I do.
They're fucking dope.
No, I
I
know.
do have I have an entire like isolation booth and a couple different
That's cool.
pretty sweet mics. Yeah.
Do you have any like preamp, like rack mutes?
Not I'm working on getting a new one, but I just have like a little preamp in it. It's nothing special, but
For sure.
yeah, the interface I'm working with has some pretty sweet ones, but the actual like I have a little compression / preamp box. It sounds pretty decent.
That's rad.
But yeah, I've been practicing like the live recording and stuff like that because we were talking about.
I want to come record my uke stuff.
Yeah. So I figured you wanted to do it live.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas for that. So
Yeah. I'm down. I am down.
I'm gonna be like 2 rooms away with a triangle, just as hard as I can.
yeah, it's not a huge space, but it's totally enough to work with for like multi-tracking. You could probably even record a small live band in there, you know, just
like
running.
we fit pretty
Yeah,
good on it.
yeah, definitely. There'd be a lot of bleed, but even throwing like a guitar amp in the isolation booth and running bass through the preamp and then having the drums in their own room, that kind of stuff works pretty well. But I like multi-tracking. I think it's way funner.
Dude, one of the things you gotta do with that. Do your parents own the house?
Yeah.
You gotta put a fucking window on that wall between the isolation booth and the
We were thinking about it, but
that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's kind of unnecessary because it's already like this dope booth, and it's like I'm throwing some monitors in there, so you can kind of have like you don't have to see each other.
Yeah. It's actually I'd actually feel a lot more comfortable in a booth where
Yeah,
I
it
don't
helps.
have to look at anybody.
No, it's totally. I think it helps a lot of the artists because then I have like ambient lighting in there and stuff like that too, so you can kind of
That's
just
dope.
change some of the colors and sit down. Like I just had a guy record that I've been trying to record for some time, and he just literally like kicked his shoes off, sat on the fluffy carpet like crisscross, and I like mic'd around him.
Oh, dude, that's
You know,
dope.
just because he was like, oh yeah, I feel comfortable because this is how I play at home. So that's how we recorded.
Last time I went in the studio was the first time someone used a tape measure to like mic out the drum set.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen that before.
There's
like,
a
in
way.
person.
There's
People have
definitely
different
ways.
ways.
It's because what happens is when people tune it in, they're like, oh my god, that's the sound. You
Yeah.
know? So there's totally different ways to do it.
It was specifically like, I think it was 4 feet from the middle of the snare drum in this direction and then this direction.
Yeah.
For the overheads.
That's how they have to be identical
Yeah.
in terms of like distance. You know what I mean? But the actual distance is all.
He was
preference.
bragging about how his drum mics cost like $15,000, and then he knocked them all over.
He knocked them all
He
over.
knocked them all over.
Oh, jeez.
It was funny.
$15,000 worth of knocking over, dude. That's crazy.
Check out my 15-year oops.
Oh my god. As he pulls it out of the box, whoa.
Fucking awful.
Do you think you buy like crazy expensive warranties for that kind of stuff?
I mean,
Yeah, if you're already spending that much,
See, that's what I'm saying. That's how they have to justify you. So you think they'll just charge you like up the ass for it?
that's the thing.
I feel like if I'm paying that much for microphones, I would spend the extra for the warranty just so I have those microphones for life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like,
So they're gonna. I mean, everybody's gonna buy the warranty. You know, like or most people. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're expecting that much fucking money on a goddamn microphone,
they get expensive.
They really do.
They get so expensive.
Top shelf mics are fucking crazy expensive.
I got some like sweet stuff, but I'm not gonna spend thousands on
fuck.
The
on
last
a
like
single mic. It's crazy. You know what I mean? You can, and they sound great.
The
But,
last-
We talked about that a little bit in the last podcast too.
the last 6 months of shows where I've had to produce the mic, it's been a $15 pawn shop microphone.
yeah. Honestly, there's magic in these really cheap pieces of music gear.
Not in that one, but yes.
Yeah, there is though, and a lot of them like really cheap mics or really cheap guitars and stuff like that.
It's
You can
weird when
find,
you pick up
such-
like $100 Squire Strat and you're just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I dig the Japanese guitars. They make really weird ones from like the '60s,
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
and they're so cheap. That's I
They're
have
so
that's
good.
in my bass. I have one.
I
just
love
like
that bass so much.
And they're so weird, and they're usually really warm sounding, and they're really cheap. Like I traded a capo for one time.
I don't know what it was. Like, I love your bass so much, but the one time I used it for a show, I couldn't make it sound good.
It's because it's warm. If you don't want a warm bass, it sounds like
and it has
doo-doo.
flat wounds on
It just it
literally
didn't work with
like
the rumble.
It looks like it sounds like a stand-up bass. You just have to EQ it, right?
that sounds like perfect for ska.
Yeah, it's just really warm and like woo woo, like you know.
But I fucking love it.
It's not a lot of tone, but yeah, I like it. It's a little baseball bat.
That's right.
Mhm.
But it's nice. I use it for a couple different projects, and so far it's done me well. Nobody else can play it though. I've never heard anybody else who played it be like, "This is a sweet bass." Everybody's like, "This is a piece of shit."
I don't think
I
I've ever
loved
played
it.
your bass.
You'll probably tell me it's a piece of shit.
I love it.
But you said you can't make it sound good.
I couldn't EQ it with the rumble I was
Yeah,
using. I don't know
definitely. I
why.
mean, that's understandable. I had you running through the subs maybe that day.
Oh.
I don't know what it
I don't
was. Who knows? But
That and then like my pedal board didn't work for Flanny, so I just rammed straight in the amp. I was freaking fucked
Oh
out.
no.
oh,
Yeah, it was Modern Hippie Fest.
dude,
Oh no.
That's when? Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
that was crazy. I was running that show the sound for that that was a
Like
long
a
day.
ball.
I remember that.
Like a fucking doctor.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
remember looking at
doctor.
you because we were like the last band and you were like so done.
Yeah, you also,
Yeah.
and then you also played too, you know? We played
Yeah, I
together.
played twice.
Yeah.
And then ran sound for what was it, 9 hours or something.
Oh,
like
About
that.
9 hours.
So
Dude, it was so long.
That was the
Sorry.
happiest
And then,
9
like,
hours.
Your way I would do that like
I'm
every
sorry.
day.
Oh my god. Sorry, I
Nick.
had now
Yeah.
wigs. Because
The
you
cr-
were doing that.
The crowd for Modern Racket just pissed me off too because I was trying to sound check you guys, and somebody was like, I was like, can I get the kick? And then I got cut off by it's fucking Modern Racket. Like I was just like, oh my
You
god.
know what
Like,
that sounds like? Robert.
Danny? I was probably right.
and then
Oh, dude, it probably
And then-
was Robert.
I'm in the mic, he give me that kick drum, in quarter notes, and then he's like, doom, doom, and then she jumps back on stage and is just like,
Oh, the girl?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
and claps and has the whole crowd clapping along as I'm
Oh,
as I'm hitting
I know
the
who you're talking about. You're talking about the rapper chick who wanted to play afterwards, right?
yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude, that chick was so on one. Oh my god.
and I couldn't hear the bass drum because everybody was clapping, and then I think it was Lara. He was all he's like, "Can we get started already, please?" And I was like, "We just started checking you." And then he just started playing, and I was all pissed off for the next 5 seconds. And I just was like, "It's all right, I'll just fix it."
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just
I
funny.
was oblivious.
No, it wasn't a thing where I was actually pissed off. Oh, I hate these guys.
Yeah,
it was just a fake. It was me.
I feel like as a sound guy, you know what you have to deal with to an extent.
yeah, it was just funny.
I learned a lot that day. So much useful information that I didn't retain at all.
Yeah,
But it
Brandon
was
was
great.
Brandon was being the bellboy of the evening.
That's
I
awesome.
want to do that 50 more times.
What? Shots?
Just help
Run sound.
Josiah run sound on that kind of level of show,
Oh,
so I
dude.
can actually learn it.
Yeah, he was telling me about that. I was gonna say I'd love to do sound with you and see what you do.
Thank you.
Because I.
He taught me how to
do sound
turn
a lot.
knobs on EQ on voices and actually know what the knobs do.
Yeah.
I was like, so this is what treble does to a voice in this kind of setting.
Well, yeah, that was fun because I never usually get to talk about it. Lately, my girlfriend, she's into stage tech and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
So whenever I do sound, I have her come through to the music store and help me out.
That's dope. I studied that for a year.
Yeah, it's fun. It's pretty cool.
Well, sound tech actually. Sorry, not stage tech. I did sound tech for a year. Oh, actually, I did because I did do. What's it called? Constructive theater too. I guess.
That's cool. I was involved in theater I actually taught a theater class for a
He's a
little
good
bit.
actor.
Stop it.
I played triangle in
I hate
school band.
I hate acting, but I did theater for 6 years.
He's told me literally that he's good.
I know because you told me.
I mean, if Josiah said.
Julio
it's
saw
true.
my play. You can ask Julio about it. He came and saw my last
Oh, no
play that
way.
I helped direct and produce.
Yo, he used
Oh,
to
dude, that's
fucking, he used to do a
rad.
bunch of shit he was telling me. He used to fucking, do all this fucking crazy ass shit to put these plays on for fucking, youth services and shit.
Not
right?
used to. It was like a homeschool thing. That I was
Oh,
in.
that's
Homeschool.
rad. Still, I mean. That's,
I mean, yeah, it definitely wasn't my thing, and I felt bad because I kind of got pressured into teaching or helping teach the class, and I totally was not passionate about theater. My students love theater, and I'm just this
I hate
grouchy
it.
ass guy sitting there just y'all can do this if you want,
And
but
he's 15 while doing this.
I was 6 or 17.
16,
I don't
17.
remember. It sucked. though.
16 or 17.
It was all
And he's-
Shakespeare.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I've had the lead role in a Shakespeare play, and I'm just I like Shakespeare. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
he's a genius. But I'm I don't like acting, and like Shakespeare's like the most acting.
It's over extra.
And it's just like, God.
If anyone tells me to say something a certain way, I just physically can't do it.
Yeah. It's
Like, I will just refuse for some reason.
Biggs just shuts down.
Yeah. Like, really.
That's because you're your own man, Biggs.
It's like Gabe when you ask him to start a song, he just shuts down.
Yeah, he just shuts down. He's like, I'm just gonna play this beat for a second. He's like, I asked you to start the song.
Like, Gabe started a song, he's like... did this one?
Is that who's playing for TOA now?
Yeah.
Ricochet's,
That's good. I
OG.
miss
Ricochet's
Ricochet.
borrowing our
I
drum.
haven't seen Ricochet for so long. I love Ricochet.
Oh, well, you're in for fucking disappointment.
No, Ricochet sounds good. What are you talking about?
I'm very excited for Ricochet. I love Ricochet.
I'm excited to play a Super
I have a
Saturday
CD that I can't hear,
show. Yeah.
and I want. It's like so frustrating.
What do you mean you can't hear?
I don't have a
January
CD
4th.
player.
Oh.
None of my CD players work. It's so frustrating because I have this album that I just
I mean,
want to
you could
listen
just-
to.
Oh, Walmart,
You could
$7.
just go on YouTube.
Walmart, $7. They have
No,
the
what?
handheld CD players.
Oh hell yeah! There you go. I have good headphones.
Yeah.
Well, does your,
I was thinking about
does your
getting
radio have an aux jack?
No,
Oh, really?
it's just vinyl.
The one thing about January 4th is that's the first time we're gonna have shirts for sale.
Sweet.
We finally got shirts
I
in
can't
last
wait
week.
to buy a shirt. I want stickers. I'm gonna need to get some stickers from y'all.
They're here.
Yeah, we
I don't know
have.
if I have any more.
Oh, they're
No,
not here.
I'm saying I need to make
We'll
some
be,
stickers with you guys.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Let us know. We're actually looking into better quality right now.
Buttons too.
We do vinyl stickers also, where it's like the word cut out, and that's the sticker.
That's cool.
So if you're interested in that, also.
They do good patches too.
Yeah, I
patches,
feel like patches would be cool, but like I wanted to do patches with you guys before like we left to San Fran, because I feel like they'd sell well right where we're going.
Yeah.
But the problem was that with this artwork that I was waiting on, you were telling whoever runs the Instagram about it, like, oh my god, this artwork. So I ended up just like pulling the trigger on getting my old artwork printed on a shirt. But the problem with those is that it's like literally a bunch of different colors, because it's like a painted picture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to get like the actual picture, like on.
The
Oh.
square image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
was
then
me that you were talking to, and there's a company that I'm gonna go through soon that can probably do the more detailed stuff, and then I
That's
just have
cool.
to press it. So if you want to send me that, then we can test it out
for sure.
and see if we can get that on. Some
I want to do
shirts.
the new album with you guys. That when I have a little bit more time, because I needed some by like, picking them up tomorrow morning, like 40 of them. So I just like overnighted them. It was like, it was such a stress for so long, just like needing your artwork to like get anything moving when everything else is done was like super frustrating. But it's almost there now. It should be here in like a week or something.
Yeah, just let us know. We can set up a meeting or something. Just come talk about it.
Yeah,
That'd be
cool.
awesome.
Totally. That'd be awesome.
Anyways, Emily, Biggs, anybody have anything to add before we cut this thing off? It's been a good podcast. Anybody got any plugs?
Yeah, I just want to announce again about the Merch Stand fundraiser show. We're raising money to try to get better equipment for us. Also help out.
18th.
Yeah, also help out the local bands.
Yes.
Austin, you're fired.
You did it worse.
I made sure she can't fire me.
You did it more than once.
She has to run it through me.
Yeah, Biggs is HR. But yeah, there's gonna be music. We're probably gonna have a raffle. There's gonna be some cool vendors,
Couple
some food,
fights.
some drinks. Yeah, probably fights.
We got soccer poppers,
Yeah, we have
Possibly pillows.
possibly pillows.
You guys gonna
Yeah,
sell that like a
possibly
soccer
close.
popper booth?
No, we're gonna have a
Basically.
little match.
Yeah.
It's like for
$2.
$2, you can fight someone, and they also have to pay $2. And you get 5 minutes to beat the shit out of
We're
each
gonna have like a
other.
little
5
bracket.
minutes? That's
Yeah.
a long time.
It's a long time. It's
That's
worth
That's
$2.
too long.
But the winner at the end of all of it gets
I feel
like half of what's
That
in
is
that.
There's
way
no
too
winner.
long.
I feel like 3 max would be good though. I
I've
agree
been
with
in,
I
I've
agree
been
with
in an
Josiah.
angry fight
What if
for
we do
less than 5 minutes and
3
resolve
minutes
the
and then
problem.
Fights are usually more than 5.
See, 3 minutes and then the last 2 are the 5-minute fights. The last
I'm saying you guys should just do these 30-second burst rounds, like go, and then just have them like fight each other.
Oh,
each
just
other
fucking.
for 30 minutes or for
throw-
30 seconds. 30
I mean, that
minutes.
sounds fun.
And then the last round, somebody gets a minute or
Yeah.
something. Because, like,
Yeah.
dude, 5 minutes, like, you gotta be in shape to fight somebody for 5 minutes. Like,
Snapchat
Oh,
mom.
no,
You
someone
should,
caught
see,
quiz.
you should see him and Tony just fucking
Oh,
trying to fight each
it's a
other
gift
with the
now.
fucking boxing
We were
gloves.
It's
so
a fucking gift.
Then
now.
literally 10 seconds and they were fucking out of it. You're just like,
There was
like
a round.
both of them.
We just ate Thanksgiving turkey and just drank, so we were so tired. And we
There was
just started
around 3
boxing
and
each
4
other.
that wasn't even fighting. It was
Yeah.
just, hey, this is round 3, and then now it's round 4.
We got to 7.
my
people.
buddies and I fight each other all the time. We even have, like, a totem pole that we, like, list each other on.
Oh,
Because
shit.
I have, like, a really close group of friends, like, outside of music. That we've
Oh,
all
that's
kind of
dope.
known for a long time. Known each other for a long time.
I have some too, and there's one.
Yeah, there's just, like,
No.
our big guy Jacob. He's like one of my best friends, and that dude is on top of the totem pole. I'm under him, but like I can't. It's like the gap is so far.
Yeah.
Because he's just huge. It's like fighting a tree.
Oh no.
And like I'm just like, I'll be like, I had him in like a single leg, and I was like trying to trip him, so because I figured like, hey, maybe I can grapple him.
Yeah.
And he like just stepped his leg down. I had him in like a leg lock, and he just like stepped it down, grabbed me, and then just like threw me.
Damn.
I couldn't believe it.
Dude,
I was like, I'm a stubby guy.
that skinny motherfucker, we were fighting once when we were like 16, and I hit him like somewhere in the body real good, and his eyes went red, and he picked me up sideways and threw me into a wall.
And you can tell Ryan too. Like you tell he's one of those guys that got a switch. Like just.
Oh,
like,
he used to have a switch.
Yeah, like you flip
Yeah.
that switch. I mean, like it's a different person. Kind of.
Yeah.
Just thinking about
Super
Ryan throwing you is very.
It was intense.
It's a
Yeah, because
change.
you're a big guy, Biggs.
That was a big guy thing too.
You're a Biggs guy.
You're a big.
You're a Biggs big guy.
Hey, Biggs guy, do you got any plugs?
You got
before
any
we end
muscles?
The Super Saturday Show, January 4th, Run Down Creeps.
That's
That'll
right.
be fun.
That's right.
the fundraiser show, too.
Nick.
Keep Up with the Void too. We're playing 2
February
void shows.
22nd.
Oh no, that wasn't what I was going. Nick,
Yes.
$1 million.
Huh?
$1 million.
Yes. Oh, hypothetically, yes,
Yes,
please.
but once he gives you the money, he takes out a pistol and he fires a bullet. And that bullet's going to travel around the world. And wherever you're standing, it's going to come through. And it's just going to keep happening for the rest of your life.
So wherever I'm standing, it's gonna hit me.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well, it's going to be in like, it's going to try to hit you.
Oh, so you're saying
So it's like the snail thing, but a little faster. and more dangerous.
okay.
It's not more dangerous. It's
A
not
lot.
more dangerous to get shot than to touch something that will instantly kill you.
Unless the bullet.
He has a
instantly kills
point.
you. Unless
The
bullet-
dangerous is far more.
Unless
The
the bullet-
snail is far more dangerous than
Well,
any
no, if
bullet.
the-
Well,
if
I mean,
bullet-
how long does it take the bullet to travel across the world too?
A
is the
reasonable.
question.
You'd have to figure
I mean,
it
yeah, I
out.
would say it would be reasonable. It'd be
I
like a
think
month,
you could
I
like
think.
you could time it and be like, all right, it takes 47 minutes for a bullet traveling that fast to go around the world.
47. It wouldn't be 47 minutes.
Hypothetically.
I'm thinking like a month.
A month.
Yeah.
No, that's too long.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
thinking like maybe.
It's gonna stay
if
at
you- if you
velocity
got-
the whole
if you got a
time.
bullet-
They
if you
go
got a
pretty
bullet-
fast.
If
I
you
mean,
got-
if you're-
if
I
you
mean,
got
if it does
if
keep
you got
It's
a
only a
bullet-
few thousand
if
feet
you
a
got
second.
If you got a bullet that's
That's
going
still gotta be a
fucking-
two.
I mean,
Austin.
if you got a bullet going 2,000 feet per
It's
second,
gotta be like a week.
It's not 2,000 feet per second. It's like 500 feet per second.
a
Yeah.
bullet?
I think so. For the hypothetical.
That's
It's
like,
like-
a
it's-
fucking.
it's
That's
like
like,
a
a fucking
week.
air gun, dude.
I think it would take less than a day.
Why are all of your $1 million questions like $1 million or die?
Yeah.
It's
Isn't
called-
there other options?
It's called $1 million,
Can I
but
like be like
$1 million and die? But why are they all gotta lead to death?
I mean, you don't have to.
Give me
I'm
one
just
of the good
judging you really hard, Brandon.
I said that.
I'm so sorry for my judgmental ways.
Anyways, I think that's been really fun. I'd like to just thank Josiah for being here. I'd like to thank fucking that other white guy who's, I mean, not other white guy, you're not white, huh? I'm so sorry. But anyways, Ryan's not here. He was great too. I'm glad he talked to us about his gang affiliation, which is canon. And yeah, be sure to hit up all of our shows and stay up with Ricochet's new music, Modern Racket's new music, Almond Blossom's new music. Hopefully they get a logo here pretty soon. Stay tuned. And
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
A lot of this music that you can find on Spotify, YouTube, and all this stuff. So just make sure.
None of my music's on Spotify.
My music's on Spotify.
His music's on
Yeah,
Spotify.
his music on Spotify. My music's on Spotify.
He yelled at me through text once because my music was on Spotify.
I thought
mean,
it
it'd be
was.
great
Austin,
to
can
be
you
on
hit
Spotify.
the space bar?
The space
the one
bar?
that stops. It.